29 people can watch it. That's what we've been averaging. It's been quite a bit. It's mostly staff. Yeah, no, it's usually the staff.
It's a short video, very short video.
All right.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we have a roll call. Never mind. You doing roll call?
We'll go ahead and do roll call this evening. We have Mrs. Lammel.
Here.
Mrs. Petropoulos.
Here.
Mrs. Egan.
Here.
And Mrs. Salzer.
Here.
Ready?
Okay, I'd like to introduce people. We have, hate this thing. We have 3 new board members that we're going to induct onto the school board. We have Bailey Joy, we have Joy Labudzik, and then we have Ken Malkowski. So in a few minutes, we're going to be doing that. First, I'm going to introduce you according to the rules, policy rules, individually, that we will vote on each one of you to join us. Okay? 3.0. Potential board action to appoint a school board member, Bailey Joy, for a 2-year term expiring in April of 2023. The seat was open due to an unfilled seat from the April 6th, 2021 election. Could I have
I'll make a motion.
motion?
I'll second.
Mrs. Egan.
Aye.
Mrs. Lammel.
Aye.
Mrs. Petropoulos.
Aye. Aye.
And Mrs. Salzer.
Aye. 4.0. Potential board action to appoint a school board member, Ken Mikowski, for a 2-year term expiring in April 2023. The seat is open due to unfilled seat from the April 6th, 2021 election. Motion, please.
I'll make the motion. I'll second it.
Mrs. Lammel.
Aye.
Mrs. Petropoulos.
Aye. Aye.
Mrs. Egan.
Aye.
And Mrs. Salzer.
Aye. 5.0, potential board action to appoint Joy Labudzik, school board to a school board member for a 2-year term expiring in April 2023. The seat is open due to unfilled seat from the April 6th, 2021 election. Can I have a motion, please?
I'll make the motion.
Mrs. Petropoulos.
Aye.
Mrs. Egan.
Aye.
Mrs. Lammel.
Aye.
And Mrs. Salzer.
Aye. Okay, 6.0, administration of the oath of office to new school board members. I have one extra.
If you want to mute yourself for a second, All right, well, first we wanted to congratulate all of our 3 new board members. We are very excited to have you join the Chicago Ridge School District Board, and we thank you ahead of time for your service. That was the official vote you have to take. And now the more exciting part is having you come up and to take the oath of office. And we do have a copy of that. You don't have to have it memorized yet. That comes next meeting. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll turn the computer around. And if you want to come up and we'll have you read the oath of office with our president of the board, Mrs. Salzer. Get you in
Can
the
you
camera
see
as
it?
much as possible.
Can you see it well enough?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to say his name, just repeat after me. I, and then be Bailey Joy, Joy Lebudzik, and Ken McCloskey, can you say your names?
Bailey Joy.
Kenneth Malkowski.
Joy Lebudzik.
Do solemnly swear they will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of member of the Board of Education of Chicago Ridge School, District 127 and a half.
You want us to repeat
Yeah,
it?
just do it together.
Okay, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of member of the Board of Education of Chicago Ridge School District 127 and a half.
In accordance with the Constitution of the State of Illinois and the laws of the State of Illinois, to the best of my ability.
In accordance with the Constitution of the State of Illinois and the laws of the State of Illinois to the best of my ability.
I further swear that I shall respect taxpayer interest by serving as a faithful protector of the school board's assets.
I further swear that I shall respect taxpayer interests by serving as a faithful protector of the school district's assets.
I shall encourage and respect the free expression of opinion by fellow board members and others who seek a hearing before the board while respecting the privacy of students and employees.
I shall encourage and respect the free expression of opinion by my fellow board members and others who seek a hearing before the board while respecting the privacy of students and employees.
I shall recognize that a board member has no legal authority as an individual and that decisions can only be made by majority vote at a public board meeting.
I shall recognize that a board member has no legal authority as an individual and that the decisions can be made only by a majority vote at a public board meeting.
And I shall abide by majority decisions of the board while retaining the right to seek changes to such decisions through ethical and constructive channels.
And I shall abide by majority decisions of the board while retaining the right to seek changes in such decisions through ethical and constructive channels.
As part of the Board of Education, I shall accept the responsibility for my role in the equitable and quality education of every student in the school district.
As part of the Board of Education, I shall accept the responsibility for my role in the equitable and quality education of every student in the school district.
I shall foster with the board extensive participation of community, formulate goals, define outcomes, and set the course for the Chicago Ridge School District.
I shall foster with the board extensive participation of the community, formulate goals, define outcomes, and set the course for the Chicago Ridge School District.
I shall assist in establishing a structure and an environment designed to ensure all students have the opportunity to attain their maximum potential through sound organizational framework.
I shall assist in establishing a structure and an environment designed to ensure all students have the opportunity to attain their maximum potential through a sound organizational framework.
I shall strive to ensure a continuous assessment of student achievement in all conditions affecting the education of our children in compliance with state law.
I shall strive to ensure continuous assessment of student achievement and all conditions affecting the education of our children in compliance with state law.
I shall serve as the education's key advocate on behalf of students and our community schools to advance the vision of Chicago Ridge School District.
I shall serve as education's key advocate on behalf of students and our community schools to advance the vision for Chicago Ridge School District.
I shall strive to work together with the district school superintendent to lead the school district toward fulfilling the vision of the board. The board has created, fostering excellence for every student in the areas of academic skills, knowledge, citizenship, and personal development.
I shall strive to work together with the district superintendent to lead the school district toward fulfilling the vision of the board has created, fostering excellence for every student in the areas of academic skills, knowledge, citizenship, and personal development.
Welcome to the board.
Thank you.
You can see why we had you guys two together, because it takes the darn thing is so darn long. You now have.
Yeah, I'd like to take a picture of this group. You want to just turn it around and pull up your certificates. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right. And you'll see you guys have a spot. And Gino's going to come by.
Yeah.
Enter the names real quick so that it shows up on there.
And over there. Ken, just hit the blue button to join. And Gina can come around and help if you get stuck. Good girl, good. I'm gonna mix you up all the time. And we'll be, as soon as we make sure everybody's set up, we'll get right to business. It's a very short meeting today, so we've got guys in the audience.
He did hit it. He's not popping up. There he is. He just came through. Thank you.
And this is Chief Savannah. No, you don't hear. And then Tiffany Wood over here, she's our other board member. And then we have Chrissy, Fabulous is on line. She's up there somewhere. Chrissy, can you say hello?
No, just thinking here.
Oh, be helpful if I unmuted.
I can hear her
Chrissy.
just fine. Hi, congratulations. It's great for you
I
guys
was
to
trying
be
to,
part of
this
this.
is good to see. I don't know if you can see her. Okay, okay. I was introducing you to the board members so they can see you. Okay. So we're going to be voting right away on the new LED touchscreens, portable screens that we're going to get for the whole school.
Mrs. Selzer, if you want to go ahead and mute, I will.
Mute. Okay. Go ahead, go.
All right, well, it is official. You have a Chromebook in front of you, and hopefully you do a much better job muting and unmuting yourselves than we all do every time. But if you are ever going to speak or time to vote, we do ask that you unmute so that those watching it on the live stream are able to hear it. But again, welcome. We're very excited to have you here. We're going to jump right into business. Our first item on the agenda is an action item, the potential board action to approve the purchase of LED touchscreens for classrooms in the amount of $323,583.75. We've been talking for a couple meetings now about technology moving forward. And these are 75-inch touchscreens that are on portable carts in the classroom, something that our teachers, in talking with them, are really looking for. The ones we currently have, the Promethean boards in many of the classrooms, are somewhere between 8 and 10 years old. It costs between $65 and $100 just to replace one bulb on those. So we're starting to see that more often. We're starting to see them just kind of break down, and that's about the normal life cycle for these types of boards. There's a couple reasons we like the portability of the board instead of putting it on the wall. I think it just opens up the classrooms every year to the teachers not feeling like they have to have the same setup all the time. And especially next year, as we look to bring everybody back for these full days and to maximize that space in the classroom, depending on the shape of the classroom, some of them you can get more kids in while still social distancing if they flip the classroom around and put the board on one wall as opposed to the other. So that's one of the reasons that we're looking at that. We did reach out to many school districts and talked with them. I think the best really endorsement that I got, one of our 8th grade teachers here at Findlay, her husband works in Kankakee District 111. They've had him for about 3 or 4 years. And really just couldn't speak better about it. And that's what you want to hear. You want to hear the teachers who use it every day. I mean, people can come in and present to you and it looks shiny, but you want to hear from the people who actually use it. I looked at some other ones that other districts in the area have that had the Promethean name. That's a big name out there. And the price point and what they offered and kind of how long they've held up was much higher. And that's why we're recommending that these be the ones that we go with. So just wanted to see if anyone had any questions before we voted on it. Like I said, I know we've talked about it the last couple of times. Mrs. Lammel.
Okay, I had a question about the extended warranty. Are we getting the full extended warranty on it? Okay. That was my one question. And then I had one more question and now it's like, oh, the 5-year one, because I saw.
Correct. The standard contract was years 1, 2, and 3. The extended warranty covers 4th and 5th year.
Okay, because the way it's written in there, you don't really know. And then are we also doing the, oh, I see it up at the top now, duh, sorry. Are we doing that follower thing too? Or is that something different?
Okay, very good question. And what
Yeah.
you're referring to are the swivel cameras we discussed last meeting or the meeting before that. And those are the ones that can follow a teacher around and for the voice. And I'm recommending right now we hold off on that. We've heard a lot of things in the state right now about what's going to be allowed as far as remote learning and in person next year. We keep being told that by June 7th, we'll hear a lot more information from ISB. So my guess is by the end of June, we'll have something maybe. But it's something that we do believe if we had to order things like that they would be available in Gino's talks with people. And so we'll continue to have that on the back burner. We have 3 cameras that we've really looked at, but right now we're not recommending that.
All right. And then my third question is, will they be able to have
That's a very fair question. And I know in Gino's talks with them, we're being told, yes, we would get them. But we've been told that about a lot of things lately. But yes, we are being told that they would be available to start the school year.
Okay. That's all I have.
Okay, can we have a motion for the LED screens?
I'll make a motion.
Mrs. Egan?
Aye.
Mrs. Lamel?
Aye.
Mr. Malkowski?
Aye.
Mrs. Petropoulos?
Aye.
Aye.
Mrs. Labudzik?
Aye.
Ms. Joy?
Aye.
And Mrs. Salzer?
Aye. Okay, 8.0, potential board action to approve the additional purpose of classroom furniture for Findlay Junior High in the amount of $64,249.55 from Interiors for Business. Kathy, you want to explain that last
Sure.
part?
Okay. Back in March of 2020, we met with our district architect and our financial advisor. And what we had decided to do was sell $5 million worth of working cash bonds and to allocate $4.8 million for capital projects. And the timing was the Saturday before all the schools were closed. So this conversation has been going on a while, but part of this capital planning, a piece of it is to allocate furniture for the school districts. And so the original plan was to get prototype furniture into Ridge Lawn, Ridge Central, and Findlay Junior High, where the teachers would really just kind of try out this furniture. Well, when COVID came and there were manufacturing issues, unfortunately, that's not what we've gotten. And that's why the process has been taking so long. So fast forward to April, just 2 months ago, our architect and the interior company was able to provide us sketches for prototype furniture for Ridge Lawn and Ridge Central. And that has been approved and that is in the works. But at that time, the vendor gave us a quote for desks over at tables at the junior high. Well, all of a sudden we get the guidance about the 3-foot and the 6-foot social distancing. So we as a district realized tables were not going to work and we needed to get desks. So what we did at the April meeting is in anticipation of being able to move forward with some sort of furniture purchase, the board approved the invoice we had, which was approximately $147,000. And we changed the motion to say furniture. We weren't committing to that exact quote. So now, again, we finally know exactly what we want for Findlay Junior High. And a couple of things. It's more than the original invoice because we were only looking at 450 desks. But now that the guidance are coming around where students might possibly be moving around the classrooms and the buildings, our estimate is 575 individual desks, which is obviously a lot more than 450. And in addition, the tables that the junior high likes, they are more expensive than the desks. So in your board packet, you will see the final quote for 475 tables. They're called individual tables for Findlay Junior High in the amount of the $212,000. So the agenda is a little bit wordy because the first action is to prove the difference, the 212,000 in total over the 147,000 that was originally approved. So then the next item is this vendor requires a 50% down payment. And when they came to us and asked for the 50% for the prototype furniture at Ridge Lawn and Ridge Central, we got them to waive it. And that total purchase was $77,000. And so in anticipation that the company did not really give me the indication there'd be a lot of leeway here. So in anticipation of that, we've also put an action item on the agenda for 50% of the total invoice. Now, that being said, we certainly will not hand over that check unless they come and ask for it, but I really think they're going to come and ask for it. And then the final action item, normally this would be on a voucher, but this is a special meeting. So we'd have to, if you approve the down payment, we would then ask you to approve the voucher. And for all the new board members, I promise it's usually not that complicated. It's usually one item. So does anybody have any questions on the furniture? Okay, thank you.
Did you hear that, Ken? Okay, we need a motion for 8.0.
I'll make a motion to approve the additional purchase of classroom furniture for Findlay Junior High in the amount of $64,000.
I'll second the motion.
$64,249.55 from Interior for Business.
Sorry, I'll second the motion.
Okay, Mrs. Lammle. Ms. Joy.
I abstain.
Mrs. Petropoulos.
Aye.
Mrs. Egan. I got you. Mr. Malkowski. Aye. Mrs. Lebudzick.
Aye.
And Mrs. Selzer.
Aye. Down payment.
Nancy, you have to unmute yourself.
I got it.
All right, Mrs. Petropoulos.
I didn't hear what was just said.
Yes, so it was the potential board action to approve down payment in the amount of $106,109.50 for Interiors for Business. Tirza made the motion and Tiffany made the second.
Okay, aye.
Mrs. Lebudzick.
Aye.
Mr. Malkowski. Aye. Ms. Joy.
I abstain.
Mrs. Lammle.
Aye.
Mrs. Egan.
Aye.
And Mrs. Selzer.
Aye. Okay, 10.0, potential board action to approve voucher 1205 in the amount of $106,109.50. Motion.
Make the motion.
Mr. Malkowski. Mrs. Egan.
Aye.
Mrs. Lammle.
Aye.
Ms. Choi.
I abstain.
Mrs. Petropoulos.
Aye.
Mrs. Lebudzick.
Aye.
And Mrs. Salzer.
Aye. 11.0, adjourn to closed session for the purpose of. Yep.
We will be going into closed session for the discussion of the employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body or legal counsel for the public body, including hearing testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee of the public body or against a legal counsel for the public body to determine its validity. However, a meeting to consider an increase in compensation to a specific employee of a public body that is subject to the Local Government Wage Increase Transparency Act may not be closed and shall be open to the public and posted and held in accordance with the Open Meetings Act as defined in the Open Meetings Act, Section 2C1, the discussion of collective negotiating matters between the public body and its employees or representatives, or deliberations concerning salary schedules for one or more classes of employees as defined in Section 2C2. The discussion, hold on, sorry, I lost my spot. I'm skipping that part. And all right, here we go. And the discussion of litigation when an action against, affecting, or on behalf of the particular public body has been filed and is pending before a court or administrative tribunal, or when the public body finds that an action is probable or imminent, in which case the basis for the finding shall be recorded and entered into the minutes of the closed session meeting as defined in Section 2C11. We will not be discussing any security measures or any student discipline during this closed session. Can we have a motion?
I'll second.
Ms. Choi?
Aye.
Mrs. Lammle?
Aye.
Mr. Malkowski? Mrs. Lebudzick?
Aye.
Mrs. Egan?
Aye.
Mrs. Petropoulos?
Aye.
And Mrs. Salzer? Okay, we are going. All right, I'm going to stop the live.